Dave Gardy here live back at the Tourism Ireland booth at the PGA Merchandise Show. Damien, who do we have next?
Yeah, well, we have here now Seamus Lynch from Irish Pro Golf Travel, and he's a travel agent and that brings people into Ireland from the United States, Europe, and anywhere at all possible in the world. So I'm going to hand you over to Seamus and he'll tell you all about it.
Seamus, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Tell us a little bit about what Seamus Lynch Pro Golf Travel does.
We're a bona fide tour operator operating out of Madison Avenue in New York. We have coupled together with a company called Pro Travel International, and they are one of the top corporate travel agencies in New York. So we would tap into their client base, which would be a lot of corporate, CIBC Bank. Our company would do a lot of corporate travel to Ireland, client entertainment programs, incentive programs, and we also do a little bit of leisure travel, high-end leisure travel as well.
If somebody wants to do an incentive awards program and give away a trip, they would come to you to do something like that?
Yeah, we would get companies that would come to us and say, we have a paper company who would take their top 20 distributors throughout the United States, and the ones that finish in the top 20 win the trip to Ireland every year, which is great for them, builds up client loyalty, and also gives them a trip to remember, and they get great return business out of it, and it increases their profits. So it's not only is it a great money spinning venture for them, but it also creates that loyalty, which is key in any business.
What's the average size group you send over there?
Anything from 8 to 12. 8 to 12, and obviously the good golf numbers. And Ireland's getting so popular now, a lot of the courses, it's hard to get larger groups on there. When you get to the 20s and the 24s, it gets harder to guarantee the tee times because everybody seems to want to go at the same time also. Ireland's season's a little bit shorter. Obviously over here there's a lot of year-round golf, whereas May through September would be the optimum months in Ireland to play golf.
What's a typical package you would put together for somebody as a traveler?
Normally we would do like a 7-night package. The American market makes a mistake if they've never been in Ireland before, because they look at a map and they see this tiny little country and they say, I want to play golf in the north, and I want to play golf the next day in the south, and then I want to play golf in the west. And it's actually a bigger country than it looks, simply because the road networks aren't as good. So where you would have freeways in America taking you from New York to Boston in a few hours, that same distance in Ireland would take you 10 or 11 hours. So it's harder to get around. So what we do is we will just pick two regions. You'd have the north, the northwest, the southwest, and the Dublin region. And we try and do 7 days and pick two regions and put them into one of the two regions, and that's how we would put it together. So they'd spend like 3 days in one region and 4 days in a second region.
Well, we won't make that 4-region mistake, and of course then we'd have to go back and do the other two regions, so we do two trips.
Exactly. You don't want to give them everything at once. They got to take everything's a little bit slower in Ireland. So the great thing about Irish golf as well is that it's a full Irish experience. And I try to discourage golfers from the die-hard golfers who want to play 36 holes a day from playing 36 holes a day, because they don't get a chance to sample the actual hospitality and the welcome from Ireland, because that's what it's famous for. And the big thing is that if you're playing 36 holes, you're pretty much getting up, getting on a bus, playing golf, going having dinner and going to bed, and you don't really get the full itinerary there.
It's excellent advice, a great perspective. Now, if they want to get in touch with Pro Golf Travel, how do they do that?
Well, you do it through 1-888-MULLIGAN or www.progolftravel.com.
Like 888 Mulligan. I'm not going to forget that. Seamus, thank you very much for giving us an overview from the travel side. Dave Gardy here live at the Tourism Ireland Tour. Stay tuned for more.